on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. Touchdown! Mike Evans, 46 yards. And the Buccaneers are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. With the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lawrence will throw. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Lions suck up on for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the 1st down in the process. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. They'll run it now with Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head in. And got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Buccaneers are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Ryan Succop on for the point after. they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now Lawrence to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
From midfield now, Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Brady. And he finds Gronk. Dances by him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dwayne Smoot, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Another completion for Tom Brady, and I just know that in his New England days, he would fight to stay out there until the end, until that clock hit zeros. But here in Tampa Bay, that's one if they'll want him to come out of the game and hand him the baseball cap in recognition of a job well done in this one.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Brady. He gets it left side to Johnson. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago is starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Being chased out left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Lawrence going to give this to Robinson, draw play. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Bernard shows the agility, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it here with Bernard. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Fournette shrugs him off. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.